Now, what does the blood have? Blood has RBCs, white blood cells, red blood cells. These are organic things that are happening inside. They are living, basically they are living. There is life inside blood. Similarly, your breast milk is exactly the same as your blood. It's just not carbohydrates that are going into the milk. Now, that is the difference between what is artificial baby milk, which I would prefer to call it, and your breast milk. It's living. I have to call it the white blood, living alive just for your baby. Now there is something called an entero-mammary pathway. Now what is this entero-mammary pathway? When I'm talking about the anatomy of your breast, I will talk about it. But I just want to discuss it. For example, she's here right now with a 10-day-old baby. Now most of us will get desired. She's carrying a 10-day-old baby. What about the organisms around her? Is the baby going to get an infection? Those fears are always there. Because we're all becoming clean freak, right? Sterilized life. We're all living in sterilized life now. We want to just keep washing our hands all the time in Dettol and keeping it very clean. Nobody comes to the baby, next to the baby, and all those things. Now that's where breast milk comes in. When you are in this environment, the baby is getting colonized with the organisms that's there in my room here in my house. Now when the baby breastfeeds with the mother, next time around when the baby wants to feed, she sends signals to the body of the mother telling these are the organisms that are there in my environment, do something about it. And next time when the mother breastfeeds, those antibodies are made in the mother's body and that's fed back to the baby. Now this is something that's fascinating, that can never be replicated with anything else. Which means to say that baby is completely protected. As long as she is with the baby, there is no harm for the baby. Wherever she goes, she picks up those environments, her body, where her touch is, wherever she is touching her body, her bronchial system, which is her breathing system, all of it is taking those organisms inside her, making those antibodies and feeding that to the baby in that particular environment. So that's how organic breastfeeding is.